Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. One more thing I wanted to add before we get started here is that I will pick up on the energies of the cards based on the surrounding cards. And the meanings will come through differently every time based on the other cards that are there in the reading. And I get asked this a lot, like how come the meaning of the card is changing? Because the surrounding cards are changing. And I will periodically explain to you why I say what I say, because of the energies of the cards that are there in the reading at that point in time. And I also give you references to the energies that are picked up on the prior cards, and that will affect the meaning of the cards that come after that. So I just wanted to put it out there so that you're mindful of which cards are paired up in the reading. Now, let's get to it. So the first card you have, Aries, is Focus. And it says the flower stalk, number 35. So 35 and 8 are coming through strong with this. And if you look at the palm, there is an eye fixated. And it represents the element of air. And Aries, you are the cardinal fire sign. Now, if you look at the stalk, it's a very concentrated stalk. It has a lot of flowers, very dense, but it's standing straight. So this is synonymous of standing tall in your purpose, and this is an energy of concentration. Concentration in the sense that your attention is undivided, fully focused at a point, at a goal, and moving along steadily. There is an arrow for Sagittarius. It's forward movement. It's a visionary, futuristic. So this is an energy where you stay determined on your purpose. It further says here, your power lies in your focus. When you stop scattering your energy in many directions and channel it towards one clear goal, you become unstoppable. Like the stalk flower, draw your resources together, stand tall, and direct your efforts with purpose. Choose your target, aim, and pour all of your magnificent energy into hitting it. And that's what this energy is absolutely about. So no distractions for you, Aries, and whatever you have invested your time into, which is not adding value, you'll have to be very mindful of that. You have to prioritize that, because at this point in time, this energy is encouraging you to be very precise with your time, very precise with your energy and efforts, because if you want your goals to be achieved and success that you're striving for, you need to apply your time, energy, resources with a lot of care and mindfulness and precision. So this energy is telling you to stay committed to one goal, one task, one project, whatever that is for you, and become an expert in that. So to become an expert, you will have to put in the work. You have to commit to it every single day. Consistent effort is going to be the key for you right now, Aries. Don't get sidetracked by anything else. So you have the direction. You know where you're going. You have the resources. You just need to apply it. And sometimes with Aries, the lower octave of Aries, see, the higher octave of Aries is that you are so passionate. You're energizing. You put the energy, right? It's driven by Mars. The lower octave is that you scatter your energy. You're enthusiastic about too many things, too many projects, too many adventures. You want to start all of those projects at once. And, once that initial excitement is gone, then you'll lose interest in that very fast. So this energy of the stalk card or the focus card is actually reminding you to not dilute your efforts. Don't scatter your efforts. You need to pick your most important battles or goals or projects, and then you need to see it all the way through the end, Aries. Be very disciplined, be very focused. Because once you get to the finish line, that thrill will be way much more than the thrill of you guys starting 100 different projects, which are actually false starts for you, believe it or not. So the thrill of getting to the finish line will be so much more than the thrill of these false starts of hundreds of projects. You probably have that going on right now. So, because, once we're scattered, our energy is scattered, it makes us overwhelmed. That's why you need to pick one idea that you're really passionate about, that you really want to accomplish. And then the other ideas that you have going on, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of ideas going on at the same time. Put it in a different kind of a bucket. Put it in a different bucket. It's a someday bucket. So you'll get to it someday. But right now, you need to dedicate all your energy into one single project with focused attention until that project is successful or stable or giving you the results that you are looking for. It's the energy when we put that. Have you seen in the experiments when you put a magnifying glass on the sun's rays? That scattered rays of the sun or the diffused light of the sun, when it passes through that magnifying glass, when it's concentrated on that, the lens actually further down, it percolates it to a single point. So all of the sun's energy gets concentrated to a single point, and it's so strong, it's so hard that it can almost sort of fire. And I have seen that myself. So focused, when you put your energy and you focus onto it, it will create powerful results for you. Even in yoga, there is a practice, it's called as Tradaka. When I was studying up about it, it's called Tradaka. And it's a meditation technique where you get to focus onto a single point, like maybe a candle flame, for example, or a pen or pencil or any object. And when you're able to focus onto that object for a little bit of a time, maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute, whatever that is, that actually has great effects on our focus abilities, on our concentration. It actually also helps to develop a lot of clairvoyance techniques. Yeah, so it helps to develop the clairvoyance techniques where you're able to see things before they happen, as something like a deja vu. So Aries, right now, you need to be that student that's preparing for its final exam, or her final exam. And, when they put all the students that are about to appear for the exams, they put all their activities on hold, all they do is just they drawn into their books and notes and curriculum, and that's all you need to do right now. Because I feel taking like a test for you right now, taking like an exam. So you put that effort like you're, appearing for an exam, Aries. And if this is not about projects or goals, then if it's about relationships or social circle, you need to stay focused on a few friendships, few key friendships or few key relationships, then rather scattering our energy into huge social circles and maintaining those huge social circles that will deplete and exhaust you. Next, Aries, you have is the card of the new moon. And if you see in the picture, there is a dark black circle. There's no moon here, obviously, it's a new moon, but there are stars, if you can see, through this picture. So basically, this is an energy of new beginnings. And Aries, you are the cardinal sign. You're the natural starters of the wheel of the season. So this is complementary to your energy. This is fresh starts. This is an ideal time for you to set new intentions, to put the work in, to get the resources aligned, to plant the seeds. So this is the start of a new cycle for you. It's something maybe that you have done before to restart it even, or to start something completely new. Maybe start phase 2 of something that you're already completed phase 1 in. So whatever is you want to accomplish, whether it's growth, whether it's new starts in a new area, this is the time for you to set those intentions. And I feel that some of you are already starting new chapters, wiping the past, releasing the past, things that no longer are aligning with your heart and soul. And I feel that, at this point in time, Aries, you need to align completely with your heart and soul, with what you feel is right for you, with what you want to accomplish for your life, not what other people want you to accomplish. So even though the future or the path ahead the steps ahead, the final product, the final outcome is not going to be visible to you right now. But if you have the faith in yourself that you can create, you can co-create and work with the universe with these energies, then you will be able to manifest your dreams. It says here, the past is over, the future is unwritten. What will you create? So the stars are aligning. This is their green light for you to put your thoughts into action. This energy will give you that first spark, Aries. And I know you will catch it really fast because that's what you stand for. That first brave spark is what you stand for. This energy is amplifying your natural energy. So you will feel very courageous. You will feel that you want to try something new, or you want to improvise something, or you want to start a business, or you want to shift your jobs. Something will urge you, will push you into a new direction or into the next step of your growth. And I feel that, this new one energy is so powerful that if you take the first step, however small that is, it will set that new chapter in motion for you. So now some of you could be actually planting some seeds. You could have bought seeds, you could have planted it. But if you give the right conditions, the right nurture, it will grow well. You will see sprouts. Because not all seeds will sprout. But I feel that at this point in time, for those of you that are nature lovers, that are actually planting seeds in your backyard or in your pots, they will grow if you give it the right care and energy. So go listen to your voice. Take some time to clear your thoughts, clear your head, and get ready for that new cycle, which is waiting for your green light. And I feel that at this point in time, the veil is very thin. You will be able to connect better with your higher self, with the angels, with the divine, with the cosmos. So you will be able to receive a lot of downloads, a lot of inspiration. And if you listen to that, if you take the time, if you make that space to listen to that, you will create something. You will start in a nice, beautiful way. It's just the energy when students and teachers and parents start, on the school year and it's the first day. That's the clean slate, right? Because you're starting out in a new class with new teachers, new goals, new students. So for the collective school, it's a new moon energy because it's a new beginning, which has a lot of possibilities. Things can go any ways, can shape up in any way. So it's that kind of an energy for you. Next, Aries, you have the card of the Fool, and this is a major arcana. Now, in the traditional tarot, there is, the cycle starts for a person who is known to be the Fool, who has the courage to start anew, starting with a very small backpack. So for that person to start with such a small pack in the bag has to carry only the most essential things that that person needs, which is, I feel like their courage, their excitement, their spontaneity. I feel that's one that person has in the bag. And this changes with, the surrounding cards, like I already mentioned. Here, the energy is a little different. Here, the energy is of a person who is into spiritual sciences. So not every Aries is into spiritual sciences or spiritual studies or a tarot reader or an astrologer or astronomer or a yoga teacher, even though a lot of you could be either reading up about it or incorporating some kind of spiritual practice in your day-to-day life. You could be starting a new spiritual journey. This could be connecting with the divine, trying a new cycle of meditation, or even reading some spiritual sciences and things like that. But for the most part, this energy is more about newness, new beginnings, a beginner's mindset. In Buddhism, in Zen Buddhism, there is a term called as Shoshin, and that refers to beginner's mind, which is like, having that energy, that courage, that attitude of trying something new, of not fearing the failure, of not coming from a preconditioned mind, having the curiosity to learn, to explore. Just to, like when a newborn starts to walk after a year or after 2 years, whenever, they feel the urge to start exploring and they start taking their 4 steps, they don't care that they're falling. And even if they fall, they cry a bit and then they're back to walking. Nobody can stop a child from trying to walk because they're so curious. Their desire to explore and move around is so strong. And most of all, they trust themselves that, yeah, I'm going to fall, but I'm going to get up. I'm going to heal. I'm going to cry. I'm going to heal. The world is taking care of me. People around are taking care of me. So they have that trust, which is so strong that it pushes them to keep trying over and over again. So that's the kind of attitude is required of you right now. Fool's energy is new beginnings. And like I already said, Aries, you're the first sign of the zodiac. This energy is your birthright. And here, the stars and the cosmos are actually pushing you. They're urging you to start something brand new, something that is aligned with your inner core, with your purpose. And I feel, Aries, this is not just any start. It's not a start for the sake of starting. It's the start that you've actually been waiting for. Because this time, whatever you begin, I feel you're going to put your heart and soul into it. This energy is very powerful for you. I'm getting a very powerful energy, a very strong, courageous energy that is going to run with the ideas, run with the inspirations that they have in the next few days, or you already doing that. And you have the courage to pursue it, even though you don't know how it's going to shape up, how it's going to turn out for you. It's just like you don't know. You really don't know, but you're still going to have the courage to start it. And it doesn't mean that you have to leave everything. Like, for example, if you're in a job, it doesn't mean you have to leave that job to enroll in, if you want to shift your careers, you can always enroll in a program, start learning that, get some experience on the side or get some internship on the side, and then you can quit when you feel that you're ready. So starting something new doesn't mean you have to just call it quits everywhere, even though some of you might be, but then that's not the right way to go. So take those baby steps. And when you start walking on the new path, the universe will provide. They will unfold the next. It's like unlocking the next level. So you will be pointed in the next direction. The path will become clearer and clearer. I'm also picking up that some of you are actually starting out new careers or new side gigs. Some of you could also be traveling to, different countries, or you might have the urge to travel to places that are completely new to you because you want to explore that. You want to explore the culture or the place or learn something from that place. Or some of you could be actually starting out new crafts, maybe something creative, maybe an instrument, or maybe you're starting out a new genre of books. Whatever this is, whatever you are starting, don't feel that. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel like, why am I getting inclined towards this? Why should I be doing this? Is this even right for me? Don't second guess yourself. Don't second guess your interest. Don't block your own path forward. Now, this could be even in social circles or relationships. It's like, let the past, bygones be bygones. Don't carry that weight of the past when you enter new friendships or new connections or new person relationships. It's this time to start with a clean slate, a clean heart, an open heart and an open mind. On the side note for this energy, it just occurs to me that for those of you who know about Gabriel Attal, he ran when he first ran for the office, he did not have any experience with the political space. And then he took that first step. He wanted to challenge the establishment. And he took that first leap of faith into such a new field. It was just that he had such a strong intention and a belief and faith that he could change things up. So that's the kind of the energy, Aries, that's available to you. And last but not the least, Aries, you have the inner voice card, and it says, I dealt with my inner furies and discovered my inner voice. My intuition guided me on the path of light. So I feel that you already know what you want. It's coming, that desire is coming from a very deep knowledge about yourself, about your what your soul wants. And you're able to tell the difference between what you want and what other people expect of you. And that's really a great place to be in. Because outside opinions will definitely confuse, but when we are able to find that clarity and be at peace with that decision, that's our true calling. That's our true path. That's the intention of this new moon energy. And I feel that at this point in time, now that you have decided, now that you know what you want, you will have access to so much more knowledge and depth and solutions and resources that you would not have imagined before, that you could not have planned for before. And when you do this, when you make decisions from our inner voice, our inner calling, we're ready to put in the work, we're ready to invest energy and time into it. We feel that we are living our authentic path. If Paul says over here, you already know the way, be still and listen. But I feel that you've already done that. The energy of the new moon has already been made available to you. Now, new energy does not mean that it's all that you have to invest more time into work. It can be the opposite as well. Like, for example, if you are getting a promotion in your company, just as an example, and, being an Aries, once, an opportunity is offered, sometimes you get impulsive. That's what I'm saying. The lower octave of Aries is that you get impulsive, and without thinking, you just say yes immediately. But here, this inner voice, because this energy is playing out, it wants you to take a moment for yourself. Go outside, go walk, go talk to yourself. And in that moment, in that stillness, in that walk, you probably would realize that this new promotion or this new job would mean more hours at work, which means more sacrifices at home. And maybe you don't want to do that at this point in time. Maybe this opportunity is not really for you at this point in time. If you feel that in your gut, then that is really not for you. Trust that feeling. Whatever your heart, your body, your gut is telling you, it's that, it's that moment or that feeling that this opportunity is not for you. When you decline that opportunity and you say no to it, that's when you're making space for something which will truly align with your soul's path and your soul. So it doesn't mean that you have to say yes. New chapters doesn't mean you have to just grow, say yes, yes, yes. It also means that you need to trust your inner compass and see, is it a yes or is it a no? What is your true north? And your intention, your intuition, not your intention, your intuition will guide your intentions. So for those of you who already know where you want to go, great. But for those of you who are actually trying to get to the point, get the answers, try some meditation practices, try some spiritual practices that will help you connect better with your gut, with your feelings before you impulsively take decisions. Listen to your thoughts, listen to what your heart and mind have to say. Make sure they're both aligned together, especially when you're making big decisions. And that will only happen when you spend time with yourself, either at home or outside, somewhere where you can clear your head, clear people's opinions, and just reconnect with yourself. What do you truly want? That will be your true inner voice. So Aries, these being general messages, or they are differently for each one of you. Let me know how these energies play out in your life or in the environment around you, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.